Last but not least, Texas A&M rolls over Mississippi State. I thought the Bulldogs, for what it's worth, fought really hard in this one, but the coming out party for another 5-star, Reuben Owens dominated in this one, and A&M rolls. Your thoughts on A&M and Mississippi State?
Look, I said this going into this game, Blake. A&M was really starting to impress me. I really think that this A&M squad has rebounded quite a bit from the defensive issues that they showed against Notre Dame and even in their game against UTSA to start the season. I think that this Texas A&M squad, we are reminded first and foremost the ridiculous speed that they have at every single position on offense, at running back, at quarterback with Marcel Reed, with Craver, Concepcion. There's just so much. But Blake, the biggest part about all of this is that they were able to bottle up a Mississippi State offense that was one of the best rushing attacks in the country to 77 yards on the ground. I mean, we could go as deep as we want with this game, Blake, but like, holy shit, they completely took Bothwell and Devon Booth out of the game. 60 yards was the most that Bothwell had in this game. Blake, I just think that this defensive performance, just like we talked about with Alabama, this is a team that's getting better every single week, and the teams that get better need to be the ones that we buy into.
They look really good. I mean, they had 2 sacks on their opening drive. Did Levy get away from the run game way too quickly? Yes. Doesn't stop how good of a performance you had defensively. Joe Casey Concepcion, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. He's the most dangerous wide receiver in the country. The punt return was ridiculous. Both touchdowns are ridiculous. Marcel Reed, does he have to be better in the pass game? Sometimes, yes. He still has way too many things he's missing. But, Joe, name something offensively that they can't do. Name something offensively that they just cannot do. Even though the last 2 games were not massive scoring outputs, I think Marcel Reed battled through some things, throwing the football, even going back to Notre Dame when he's below 50%. Any of that. He's even getting better. I don't know what you try to take away from them. Because if you try to man them up on the outside, they'll do what they did last night in Casey Concepcion and Marvio Craver. And just when you don't guard Terry Bussey, they're all there. Then when you start creeping up, or when you start creeping back, and you start playing more coverage and going more zone, Reuben Owens goes off. And if he's not having a great night, here comes Le'Veon Moss. I'm going to say something that's going to piss a lot of people off. They remind me a little bit sometimes of an old school Bama to some extent offensively. Not as
you're going to piss the people off with that one.
I understand that. But early school, like early 2010s on how Nick did things. Speed, run game, quarterback that manages the game and is athletic. Highly athletic. And that's how they're doing things. They just got so much speed that's unguardable sometimes. And they're gonna be in every single game because of them. There's not a game that A&M, and there's not a team in the country A&M can't beat right now because of what the explosiveness that they have offensively and the way that they run the ball. I know defensively they still have some issues. They're still going through some things, whatever. But the last 2 weeks, they've been highly impressive. And, Joe, you got to throw them in there with one of the top 5 teams in the country because they're playing like it right now.
Yeah, and that's been one of my misses in the power rankings that I haven't really –
I had them at 5. I know we had a conversation about them, but to be real with you, during the power rankings segment, that's why I asked you.
Yeah, and I don't know if I'd stick them at 5 still. I mean, here's the thing though, because Blake, to be very, the Notre Dame win that they have is a very good win, but to be just like slightly hesitant, they don't have a ranked on ranked matchup until they play LSU, and no shade on LSU. There's a chance that LSU could possibly be ranked in the back end of the top 25 when they play them. Their first legit, and this plays favorably for Texas A&M, by the way. This is not really me digging at Texas A&M. They have one of the least challenging SEC schedules, which is to their favor. their real hardest games don't come until November against Missouri and then in the final week against Texas. And Texas is incredibly beatable at the current moment. South Carolina is not even ranked right now.
Much tougher than Texas right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm just saying, Blake, like, I'm in agreement with you. Everything that they've done is really impressive, and I'm bought in, and I like how they've adjusted and they've improved. And I think that Ruben Owens playing as well as he did is like insane because I've always really liked him as a player. Him being able to be that dangerous is promising. I don't know what game is the real game that I can really say that's the one. Because the Notre Dame game was solid, but you're catching that Notre Dame team in the second game of a new coordinator and a new quarterback who's never played before.
I mean, you could say you're catching a whole new wide receiver core in their second game, and they put 41 on you.
That's fair.
I mean, like that would be my counter argument to it against that DB room. I mean, like, so I get what you're saying, but there's not a lot of things off. Marcel Reed has, for them to go where they want to go, he's got to be more accurate. Bottom line. You go below 50% against some of these other teams that you have to play, and you're gonna say, how in the hell did we get here? A&M fans are going to be mad and scream and kick and yell, and well, they do that already, and they do that at midnight on Fridays or Saturdays. But I'm just telling you, if he continues to play better, Joe, there's just not anything offensively that they can't do on you. There really isn't. You want to power this run game up, they're going to do it. You don't want to contain Marcel Reed. And every time you put somebody down, I mean, to be honest with you, Colin Klein's probably one of the – we don't talk about him like this, but he's dialing some shit up. Walk up in the box. Notre Dame did this in the second half when they kind of started trying to run the football a little bit more, and then Mississippi State did it last night. See ya.
Well, also, very plainly – they're one of the most uniquely built teams in college football. And that's what it makes them dangerous is the way that they can operate in a lot of the things that they do.
Good team, man. They got some guys.
Yeah.
So we'll see.